y'all, Cameron Williams here, and we are doing another car review today. This will be our second car review, and we are going to feature this beautiful Mercedes Benz AMG GTs today. We're going to feature a lot of aspects of the vehicle. How does it drive on a daily basis? Is it worthy of being a daily driver? What are some of the perks associated with the vehicle? Why would you want to buy it? Things of that nature. We're going to talk about the mechanics and all the specs that have to do with this vehicle and why it's such a great car. So big shout out to Anoop Patel for letting me borrow his vehicle today. Without him, this would not be possible. So let's go ahead and get to it. Before we do, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe. So just from the beginning, starting out, I am going to show you a little bit of the interior here. One thing I can tell you is this saddle brown interior with diamond stitching is beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the display from the speedometer to the center console. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start some driving footage here. Please excuse me if I have any shakiness. My stabilizer is malfunctioning, which makes it very frustrating for me because now I have to hold this thing with my hand and there will be shaking involved, so I do apologize. But I can tell you right off the bat, in the very short amount of time that I have been driving this vehicle, it's very smooth when you want it to be. It's also got different modes. So you have C for comfort, S for sport, S plus for sport plus, and then race, which I'm not going to put it in race today because I'm not very familiar with the vehicle and I don't want to do anything like spin out of control. Considering it's not my vehicle, that would be a terrible situation. But I'm going to leave it in comfort while I do a little bit of speaking for you. So this is a 2018 model GTS. So in the GT lineup, there's a few different specs, a few different models that you can get. Just a base model GT, GTS, GTC, and GTR. GTR being at the peak of the spectrum. Now on this car, it's a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that Mercedes-Benz has produced 515 horsepower with and 494 pound-feet of torque. That is very impressive for a vehicle straight from factory. This car does 0 to 60, estimated 3.7 seconds. Now that is given perfect conditions. It also, shoot, I just hit the microphone on the ceiling. So this car is estimated to do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. And a top speed of 192 miles per hour, which we will proceed to do here in just a bit. Just kidding. So, comfort mode, sport mode. And if you notice, you should hear an exhaust change on Sport Plus. It does get slightly louder. If the camera and microphone picked that up, great. If it didn't, I'm sorry. But it's got different vehicle dynamics and helpful information as well. So let's go ahead and see what our acceleration looks like here. We're not going to floor it, but we are going to get on it a little bit just to get a taste. So, acceleration, A+. Some of the mods, as you noticed, the exhaust is modified, and so that is a Quicksilver catback exhaust. I'm just reading some notes here. Top speed Pro 1 downpipes. As far as sound quality, this vehicle is outrageous. It roars, it really does. And the camera can't get the full representation of that, but I hope that you do get some form of enjoyment out of hearing the exhaust because it is phenomenal, seriously. Some other modifications are Eurocharged Stage 2 tune, which you can tell a significant difference. What the estimated horsepower increase there is, I'm not entirely sure, and this car hasn't been dynoed, but it is well over 515 from factory. In addition to that, it's got a Wisec blow-off valve system on it, which sounds phenomenal as well, but you may not be able to pick that up on the camera sound quality. So if not, I apologize. All right, let's get going here. You can hear the blow-off valve, hopefully on the camera. I can certainly hear it. Daily driving this vehicle would be quite an experience, I can tell you that. much quicker than I anticipated, to be honest with you, because out of all the vehicles I've driven, I really kind of anticipated this to be on the lower end as far as speed and acceleration, and boy am I surprised. So what is my opinion on the comfortability, drivability of this car? It is absolutely worthy of being a daily driver. There's no reason why you can't. Now, the only thing that I could consider being an issue is the front end. It does sit a little low, and this vehicle has actually been lowered a little bit as well. But just like a Corvette, you have to be very careful about your entry and exit on certain driveways, different things like that. Just watch your angle. But beyond that, it is not difficult at all. I would say that this has more accessibility than your average Corvette as well. And so they did an excellent job designing this car. Front engine car, rear wheel drive. It will get away from you, I can promise you that. All right, so I've spent about 30 minutes in this car, and I'm already a huge fan. AMG has always been a very recognizable brand in the car industry as far as your higher end luxury exotic vehicles, high performance. I mean, obviously everybody knows Mercedes Benz is a luxury vehicle, but they are also a staple in performance. All right, so with all that being said, we are done here. We're gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to cover the main objectives. I wanted to keep this as simple as I possibly could as my second car review. Part of this is just for self-enjoyment. I really enjoy cars. I'm a car fanatic. I'm sure you know that by now. But I'm doing this because it's fun. It'll get your adrenaline going. And I'm never going to turn down a good opportunity to drive a good car. So with all this being said, we're going to wrap this up. I'd appreciate a subscription to the page if you haven't already. Also, give me a thumbs up. We're going to be doing more vehicles coming soon. I've got a nice list of vehicles that are lined up and ready to go, and I'm always going to keep this very simple. We're not going to do anything complex. I don't want to feed you useless minutes of me talking about other things not associated to the vehicle, although I may do that because sometimes I can go down one heck of a rabbit trail. It's just how my brain works. But overall, this is a phenomenal vehicle, and I look forward to sharing the next one with you. Thank you. Stay tuned.